See the relevant links in the video description, folks. I've seen a lot of Democrats insinuate that black on black homicide is a myth because blacks tend to kill blacks, whites tend to kill whites, and Hispanics tend to kill Hispanics. Abortion doctors tend to kill black children, but that's for another day. Asians tend to do very little killing, and the massive number of municipal and state reports I have read bear that out. I wonder why Asians aren't slaughtering Asians in the hood every night. Maybe because they have a father in the home, they aren't strung out on chemicals, they do their homework, and don't sit on their asses vegetating on social media all day. Anyways, a progressive axiom is to claim that black on black homicide is a myth because blacks tend to murder blacks, whites tend to murder whites, etc. It's as if they discovered the El Dorado and the 7 cities of gold, and by golly, that nullifies the argument. No, it does not. Blacks tend to kill blacks at a much higher rate, and if you see my essays on this, you'll see there's a lot of cities, a lot of states, where there's very few Democrat-leaning counties, like 60% or more. And in those few counties, you'll have a high percentage of the black population of that state, and their homicide rates are stratospheric. And outside those areas, it's not. And I have the data, so if you want to take me on that, you'll lose. Without any further delay, let's illuminate some data for the brain-dead regressive Democrats out there in fantasy land. Again, see the links. The black-on-black homicide rate for single victim, single offender homicides, which are by far the most common. The black-on-black homicide rate for single victim, single offender homicides 2004 to 2018 was 6.349. Black-on-black homicides per 100,000 per year. Whoops. Now let us run the numbers for whitey. The white-on-white homicide rate for 2004 to 2018, single victim, single offender per 100,000, equaled 1.427 white-on-white homicides per 100,000 per year. Whoops. White supremacy must be causing blacks to kill other blacks at a rate almost 4.5 times higher than whites kill whites. I would wager Asians barely register in homicide statistics, which is probably due to the fact, as I've mentioned, they usually have 2 parents at home that don't use meth, finish school, and don't let their kids run wild all over the streets after they did not finish their homework. They also didn't tell their kids from infancy that they're going to fail because of white supremacy. They told them to keep their legs closed until they're married, finish school, do your homework, stay off drugs, and be a good citizen. Amazing how white supremacy in America has been very good to Asian men who earn many times more than the average black person in America or any other group. Gee, I wonder why. Let's calculate the rate in which blacks kill whites. From 2004 to 2018, single victim, single offender homicides. When I calculate this, I'm using the race of the offender in this, not the victim, as whites are a much higher percentage of the population. Blacks kill whites. That homicide rate is 1.209 black on white homicides per 100,000 per year. Blacks murder whites at almost the same rate that whites murder whites. Let us calculate the rate in which whites kill blacks. 2004 to 2018, single victim, single offender homicides per 100,000. That rate, whites killing blacks, 0.111 white on black homicides per 100,000 per year. White supremacy is causing blacks to kill whites at a much higher rate than whites kill blacks because whites are a much higher percentage of the population. But if you look at the homicide statistics, blacks, it's disproportionate. Young black men killing young black men have a strat, like say from 15 years old to 44, many times higher than any other group. Any ethnic group. Young Asians on young Asians, young whites on young whites. But this is just all blacks and all whites of any age. White supremacy is causing blacks to kill whites at a much higher rate than whites kill blacks. Again, it is also causing Asians to succeed in America, all while not butchering each other and gunning each other down in the hood. There you have it, folks. Blacks kill each other at a much higher rate. And the Bureau of Justice Statistics will back me up on that, but I have not looked at that data for several years. I decided to calculate a rate myself using census and FBI data. So, the next time someone says black on black homicide is not a problem because blacks tend to kill blacks and whites tend to kill whites, you can know they're full of you-know-what. or they're a toady divorcee named Stan Seder. Mr. Chairman, I yield back. And don't thank me now for the facts.